You know, there are some moments in movies that just stick with you. And we're about to dive into one of the absolute greatest. A father-son talk that starts with pure bitterness, but ends up revealing a universal truth about what it really means to win at life.
And it all kicks off with this gut punch of a line. The son looks right at his famous father and says, "You think you're hurting me? Yes." Right away, you can feel the tension, the resentment, this whole complicated history boiling over in just a few words.
So you have to ask, where is all this pain really coming from? Well, it's that crushing feeling of living your entire life in someone else's shadow. He feels completely trapped, like he can never just be himself, and that feeling is turning into some serious anger.
And he just lays it out so perfectly with this line. People see me, but they think of you. I mean, imagine that. Feeling like your whole identity is just borrowed, that every success is just a reflection of your dad. He says he's living under a buk bir goge, a big shadow, and he's just had enough.
But here's where Rocky's response is just brilliant. He doesn't even argue about the shadow. Instead, he sees what's really going on. His son has started pointing fingers. He's playing the blame game, and in doing that, he's giving away all of his own power.
See, this is the trap Rocky is talking about. The moment you start blaming the world or other people for your problems, you let them define you. You give them control. Or, as Rocky puts it pretty bluntly, you've stopped being yourself.
So he basically lays out a choice. On one side, you've got the mindset of cowards. The people who say, "Oh, I'm not where I want to be because of him or because of her." But Rocky just won't let his son go there. He looks him in the eye and says, "That's not you. You're better than that."
And this is where the conversation completely shifts. It stops being just a lecture from a father to a son, and it becomes this powerful, universal lesson about the nature of life itself. And let me tell you, it's not pretty, but it is real.
First up, the big reality check. He just comes right out and says it. The world is not all sunshine and rainbows. You gotta forget the fairy tales. You have to be ready for what's really out there. And he doesn't stop there. Oh no. He doubles down, calling it a mean and nasty place that will beat you to your knees and keep you there if you let it. There is absolutely zero sugarcoating going on here.
And then, this is the knockout punch of the whole speech. He makes it crystal clear that your biggest opponent isn't some other person or bad luck or even a giant shadow. The toughest fight you will ever have is with life itself. Nothing and nobody hits harder.
So okay, if life hits that hard, how in the world are you supposed to win? Well, this is where Rocky just completely flips the script. It's not about how much damage you can do, it's about how much you can take.
And here's the secret. Winning isn't about being the strongest. It's not about avoiding the pain. It's all about endurance. It's about how many hits you can take and still find a way to keep moving forward. That right there is how winning is done. It's just pure resilience.
So you can actually break his whole philosophy down into 4 pretty simple steps. 1, be ready to take the hits, because they're coming. 2, your only job is to keep moving forward. 3, stop pointing fingers, take responsibility. And 4, once you do all that, you go out and get what you're worth.
And all of this leads to the final and maybe the most important part of the whole lesson. After all the talk about fighting and winning, the real prize isn't just winning a battle. It's about finally having a life that is truly your own.
Because this is the foundation. This is what it all comes down to. Rocky tells his son that none of the advice, none of the fighting spirit, none of it matters without this one thing. You have to believe in yourself. Because until you do, you're not really living your own life. You're just a passenger.
And you know, what makes all this tough advice so powerful is that it's all wrapped in love. He finishes by reminding his son, "I will always love you, no matter what." This isn't just an angry lecture. It's a father trying to give his son the truth he needs to survive. And it's all coming from a place of deep, unwavering support.
And so, that's what we're left with. The speech might be over, but the question gets passed on to all of us. After hearing all this, we gotta ask ourselves, are we pointing fingers? Are we taking the hits and moving forward? Do we have a life that is truly our own?